Hello, I am Kirsten Miller. I'm one of your Columbia College counselors, and I'm going to take a few minutes to show you how to navigate connectColumbia class search tools effectively and easily. So connectColumbia is the only way to access current class offerings, and you want to look at the term that is when you want to take a class. Right now, fall 2016 is the only term available, and next spring will be offered, and then soon there will be 2 terms that you could choose from, but right now we're going to click this one and look at courses available for fall 2016. So there are a lot of options and a lot of quick links to help you find specific information. A lot of our programs that are listed here aren't super clear. Some are. Automotive technology, right? You want to learn how to work on cars. That's your thing. So that's easy. Click on that. But if you want to work on computers, well, we have quite a few different things and nothing's called computers. So if you can't find your subject, click on this Find Your Subject tab, and that will take you to our website that will have a course key. Tells you what is what. Here I see, oh, computer information, oh, digital media. Here we go. This is where I'm finding computer and communications technology, that's CCT, and then it separates out into the different things. Well, you can look at this link for more information about those particular programs, but you can see we have lots of offerings you can explore. But let's go back to the search bar here, and now that we know that our programming class, our computer programming, is in this area right here, we can submit and then find everything that we need for programming this semester. If you are looking for a specific general education requirement for a degree or maybe transfer, you can click on this and it'll take you to a general education page where it gives you basically a spreadsheet that helps you figure out what general ed counts for what, and then also a link to our catalog under the Planning Resource tab right here to find more specific information about which course counts for what area of general education. Okay, back to Search Tool. If you know you would like to take computers, for example, let's look at a way we can see everything at once. This tool is, if you click on one of them and the Shift key, you can select all of those areas and it will pull up courses for all of those areas. If you only want to see digital media and programming, for example, you can select digital media, the Control key, and then what you want, and it will select just those programs. Now, if you're on a Mac, I'm doing this on a PC, so it's the Control button or the Shift button. If you're doing it on a Mac, it might have a different control. So just be aware of that. If you know the course number that you want to take, say you've done your educational plan with a counselor and you know you need Biology 17, which is Fundamentals for Biology, you can highlight Biology right here and then type in Bio 17. Press Submit, and it'll bring up everything for that particular semester for Bio 17, which is super helpful. If you just want to see all the biology classes, leave that space blank and then click Biology. I want to give you a little bit of a tutorial on how to read across this board here. Bio 2 is the name of this course. The section number is this 4-digit number that tells the computer this is the day, the time, the course that I want. This is the title of the course, and if you select it, it will give you the course description as well as where it transfers to and important dates for refunds and things like that if needed. It also would give you any additional information about prerequisites and such before you take that class. You can click on this link to purchase textbooks or even just find out what the textbooks for the class are. This is who's teaching it. This is how many units the course is. This is the location, and here you notice the off-campus location or the online course down here. So you got to pay attention to that. This is a lecture and a lab course, so this one will have 2 different times so that you can make sure you are attending both times. And this is Tuesday and Thursday. These ones are Monday and Wednesday. These are how many seats are available in the classroom total, and then how many seats are open in the class. See, this is an open class. This particular course's waitlist is open, meaning that the next person to register would be number 1 on a wait list. This particular course has developed a wait list already, so if you were going to add this class, you'd be number 2 on a wait list. So that's how this maximum seating and seating available works. All right, back to the search tool. There's a couple cool more little tricks that I want to point out to you. When the class is offered, or where the class is offered, are some more advanced filters that you can use to find what you are looking for in particular. If you want online courses only, you can click on that and it'll pull up only online courses. If you only want courses on Monday, Wednesday, you can click on that and it'll bring up only Monday, Wednesday courses. See, look at that, Monday, Wednesday. The downfall to the Monday, Wednesday, or just the highlighting specific day tools is that it only will bring up classes that are both those days. It will eliminate from the list things that are just on Wednesday or just on Monday. So you want to make sure you are looking at all your options for Monday, Wednesday, or Tuesday, Thursday, or whatever days of the week that you're considering, and just make sure you don't eliminate just because you click too many filters. Start dates and end dates, if you want a class after a certain time or to end by a certain time, that's where you'd plug that in. Or maybe late start classes, things that are after the first day of the term. You can click on that and I'll show you what's available after the first of the term. I use this start time and end time tool a lot, especially with students who work off campus or already have a schedule set with other responsibilities. Let's say they have to be at work until 5 o'clock every day, and so then I would click on start time and say this cannot start until 5 o'clock or after, and then it'll just pull up courses that start after 5 p.m. See all of these? Well, this one starts at 4:20, but it's recognizing the lab here. But you see mostly evening courses here. You can also do it the other way of end times. Say you always have to go to work at 4 o'clock, and you can make sure the class ends by 3 o'clock so you can get on the road, submit that, and it'll give you everything that's available before 3 p.m. and you can make your choices more easily rather than shifting through everything. Maybe you want to make sure a class is open without a wait list. That's where you could use that. And lastly, maybe there is a particular instructor that you would like to take. I will use my name just because it's me, so Miller, and you can submit, let's take off this other filter. That's the other thing that trips me up a lot, is having too many filters clicked at once. But if you plug in a last name and submit, it's going to pull up every class taught by a Miller, and there are 2 Millers here on our campus, and so you would look for your particular instructor and then know what class they were teaching. So there it is, connectColumbia in a nutshell. Hopefully you can search for those classes that you want and get registered. Check in with a counselor or a student ambassador in the Career Transfer Center if you need help with any one of these tools.